on? All right. Welcome back to another episode of I Gotta Win the Lotto. A very, very special guest. I know they get tired of hearing me say that, but oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm with a celebrity. Ah, I have the one and only Miss Kris Kaylin.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. So thank you for
Oh my
having
God.
me. I've been seeing all your clips all over TikTok. I will say that. So glad, yes, like literally all of your clips. I think the first interview I saw you interviewed was it Keith Breezy? Did you interview
No,
him? Who, or
no.
maybe it was somebody you interviewed, or was it? I don't know. But I saw one of your interviews. Was
I
it
feel like
GMC?
I
Did you interview GMC?
no, I think you talking about Buddha.
Okay, maybe yes, yes,
That's who it
that's
was.
exactly who I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yes,
And I was just like, okay, let me, because I thought you were based in Charleston until I spoke to your cousin T, and she was like, you're in Atlanta.
yes.
But yeah, okay, let me stop rambling. But yeah, so I'm very familiar. Glad to be
No, no,
here.
no.
I'm gonna be on the TikTok side. Yeah.
Right, all right. Yeah, so I mean, it's forever gonna be 843, always. But I am based in Atlanta. But yeah, I'm so excited to have you on because first of all, I just wanted to give you your flowers. Like, girl, I'm so, so proud of you, bro.
Thank
Like
you.
everything you doing from radio to having your own podcast to giving back to the community, the Breakfast Club, all the events that you do. Like, I see the grind and I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but I'm just so proud because you just wear the crown with just such grace. Like, you don't never let it tilt, right? And you just keep going. Every time I see you, it's like you just doing something.
Listen, you don't understand how that when I say that genuinely makes me happy and that genuinely makes
Hmm.
me smile. Like I'm very happy and I don't take that lightly and I just appreciate you taking the time to follow the journey and to speak life because you will have people who would just see what you got going on and they would never say anything to you. So
Yes.
like just the fact that like you express that to me, I don't take that lightly at all, especially being another media girl too. So
Hmm.
so thank you and like I said, even thank you for reaching out and extending the offer and being so gracious enough to allow me to reschedule. So thank you.
But yeah, girl. Okay, so tell the people about Miss Kris Kaylin. Like, who are
Ooh.
you?
I am Kris Kaylin, the Princess of Charleston. Let's see. I have a background in media, so radio, TV. I started in radio in 2018, and
Hmm.
it was by way of me having my YouTube series. So I'm gonna go back a little bit. I graduated from the triumphant South Carolina State University, and when I was at State, I created my web series, which was called Bulldog Bite. So way back when, not telling my age, there was a show on MTV2. I don't even know if MTV2 still exists now, but it was called.
So,
I don't think so. Oh God, I'm dating myself anyway. We're just gonna speed past this. So it was a show called Guy Code, Girl Code. So pretty much I took the
yeah.
idea. Yes. So you old too. So I took the idea and I used it for my HBCU, which is South Carolina State. So we would talk about Fried Chicken Wednesday, financial aid, homecoming, road trip,
Hmm.
everything that you would talk about in college. And
Hmm.
that ended up being 3 seasons. And when I graduated, I had like 1,500 subscribers on YouTube. And I knew at that time I had that was a decent following for YouTube. So I was like, what am I going to do with this? So I didn't want to be the person that's like hanging around a college campus because you ain't got no business going on. So it's like, how do I flip this with the audience that I have? So I
Hmm.
started interviewing like business entrepreneurs and tastemakers around Charleston, and that was the Charleston Summer Series. And the first celebrity that I interviewed was Jarrell Jerome. He played in the Netflix series When They See Us, and
Yeah.
and he won an Emmy for that. And he also, when he was in Charleston, he was filming Mr. Mercedes. So like he was getting into like his music bag at that time. So while he was filming Mr. Mercedes, I was able to get an interview with him. And then when he came back, I was able to get another interview with him post his Emmy win after he did the movie. So that was amazing. he's a really amazing person just to, to do that, because he didn't have to do that. So that then turned into Next Up Charleston. So I realized when I interviewed like musical artists, that's where I got the most views. And I mean, in this game, you doing it for the views. So when I just like converted, so I flipped it again. And one thing about media, you always got to pivot. So I flipped it again and it became Next Up Charleston. So I was interviewing people like the Harley Boys, VT, oh gosh, Tyler Cash. Like, it was just so many different like underground artists. Anthony, and he's like signed to like Bun B's labels now. But yeah, so it was so many people that I was able to interview, and that's how I got the opportunity at the radio station. So it was a girl who was working there, and she asked me, she was like, do you want to, pretty much, if I ever thought about working in radio. And immediately I'm like, girl, this is a face for TV. What do you mean radio? But I
You do have a good radio voice, though.
and people always say that. So she was, when she offered me that, and like, so we were working on an ear check. And if you don't know what an ear check is, those who are watching, it's pretty much like a voice resume of everything that you've done, and you're putting it in like a little minute recap. And so she was helping me working on the ear check, and I submitted this ear check in June. No, I submitted the ear check in December. So I'm working at South Carolina State at this time at admissions, driving back and forth from Charleston to Orangeburg like a crazy person. And like the day I put my 2 weeks notice in, the next day I got a call from the radio station telling me that they want to hire me and bring me on air. And this was in July. So I'm like, damn, I should have quit earlier. They probably would have called me back faster. But yeah, so that is the long story of how I even got into radio. Because I had
Got you.
I had no plans. I was like, girl, TV phase, what do you mean?
Yeah, like I said, you really do have the personality and voice for radio, though. Like, you know how to get the callers and stuff engaged.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
Well, I can definitely see that. So, you going to the illustrious South Carolina State. How did, like, going to a HBCU shape you to, like, move in your career how you do?
Okay, so um that is a really good question. I came from School of the Arts. So School of the Arts are predominantly white high schools. So like,
Uh-huh.
even transferring, I knew when I was there, I was like, I am so tired of seeing white people. I want to go to HBCU. And like, y'all cool, but like from 6th grade to 12th grade, I needed a break. And like, I was always tired of like, I don't feel like I was seen when I was at SOA. Like, I know I was a great dancer and all those things, but I feel like academically, like, and just other things where I wanted to be seen, I wasn't seen that way. So when I had the opportunity to go to a HBCU, like, oh man, that, I always tell people that was the best choice I ever made. But so you said how I was able to like find myself, establish myself.
Yeah, and your career, like, afterwards.
So funny thing is, I went to state as a business marketing major. Math was never my thing. Do not know why I went there as a business marketing major. Girl, I took accounting. That was the first time in my entire academic career I ever got an F.
Yeah.
Well, I got a D actually, but regardless, I failed.
Basically.
Right, I failed. And I was like, this is for me. And mind you, I had a tutor, everything. It's not like I wasn't trying. I was going to classes, office hours. My brain just could not compute that shit. And it just was not working. And some things are for you and some things not for you. And my sophomore year, I was like, this shit is not for me. And
No.
I literally was like, I want to do what Ryan Seacrest does. Because, at that time, we really didn't have any we didn't have Issa Rae's and we had Tyler Perry, but Tyler Perry wasn't where he is now. And so it's like, we didn't have a lot of black media moguls for me to, say I want to be like that. So, right, exactly. So, yeah, so I switched my major, and like I said, that's when I started the Bulldog Bite stuff. And then I used to intern at WSSB 90.3, the radio station. And even when I interned at the radio station, I had no desire to be on-air talent. I wanted to do everything behind the scenes. So uploading music, learning how to code the music, put it in the system, programming shows. When I was there, I was programming shows. So I was running one of the on-air shows we had, but I never had any desire to be on air. And then we did this one show called The Basement, which was cool. I was able to be a talking head, but I felt like if I know how to work everything behind the scenes, somebody got to hire me. And that's what I did.
That's smart.
Heck yeah. You gotta stay a step ahead, honey. Gotta stay a
I
step
know that's
ahead.
right. So, what is like your favorite interview that you ever done?
Ooh. I asked people this question. Many people ask me this question. I'm like, dang. Okay, I'm gonna give you like my top three. I loved interviewing Brandy because, like, growing up, I literally had the Brandy Barbie doll. Like, I watched Moesha. I had the braided bob. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that was, like, one of my top three interviews. Interviewing Kanye West because it's freaking Kanye West. And it ended up going viral. And,
Yeah.
like, that was an amazing interview. I really enjoyed that. Like, we really had a good, like, that was an unexpected interview, but it's one of those things, like, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready type of thing.
No, that's right.
Okay, and then my third one, it would be 50 Cent. Just because, like, I feel like he's a troll on social media, but I was
Yeah.
able to see, like, he's a sweetheart, like, he's a gentleman. And then on top of that, like, I got another viral clip out of that. So, those were some of my favorite interviews. And then I'm gonna throw in, like, just another roundabout, Megan Thee Stallion. Like, before Megan Thee Stallion, what song was it? Big Old Freak.
That
Whatever
was
it
when
is
she
before.
blew. That was when
That's
she
when she
blew.
blew, and I'll never
Hmm.
forget. She came to Charleston and she performed at Exquiz, and I got a chance to interview her. Like, this was early in her career when she was like dating Moneybagg Yo, but I was the person to confirm that she was dating Moneybagg Yo, and that got 1 million views. So boom,
Wow.
those are my top interviews.
Exclusive.
Yes,
Exclusive.
so yes.
That is crazy, bro. To be your age and to have already interviewed someone like Brandy alone, that would have been it. Because, like you said, Moesha is one of my favorite shows of
Listen,
all time, bruh. Like, I wouldn't even be able to talk like Brandy girl. I love you. I don't even know
listen.
how I would do it.
I even pulled out the Barbie doll. I was like, I got your Barbie doll. Like, oh, she was like, oh my gosh, girl, yes. I don't know if you think
Word.
this creepy or not, but like, I love you.
No, for real. And like, you don't be want to say that because, like, I'm sorry, that do sound a little
Right.
crazy, but girl, I really do. Like,
Like,
you
I'm a
one of the ones for
fan.
real.
Yes.
That is
So
crazy.
that was awesome. Definitely a really good, I enjoy those.
Wow. Okay. This episode of I Gotta Win the Lotto is brought to you by Eye Candy by LELE. Eye Candy by LELE, it's more than just beauty. It's more than just enhancements. It's everything you need at your fingertips. She has 20 to 23 millimeter lashes, butterfly lashes, colored lashes, rhinestone lashes, eyeliner, lip liner, lip gloss, press on nails, everything you need to look right for you, your man, and everybody else. So head on over to her website, iCandyByLily.com. Same thing for Instagram, Twitter, and check out what she got going on. So, going into our first topic,
Mm-hmm.
we are in a new age, where it's a lot of people like you who went to school, mass comm, journalism, and then you have people like me who just do it for fun and kicks and giggles,
Right.
you know? But it's a lot of room for everybody out here. But how do you feel about journalism school versus the new age content creator?
You know what's funny? I feel like content creators have this conversation a lot, and that's a really good question. Like, well, content creator versus like journalist. And
Mm-hmm.
I will say this, I always find that there is a difference when it's like you put a influencer on a red carpet, or you put an influencer in like a actual like a real live situation. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it was, what was it? I can't. What was it? The BET Award? I don't know what award it was, but the little Asian guy who's like viral on TikTok, or maybe it was the Grammys or something like that. And
Mm-hmm.
like some of the celebrities didn't know who he was, and just the way he was interacting. And I know like his big thing is like cursing and dropping the F bomb a lot, but you got some people who's just like
You get a time and a place.
yeah, like what you got going on. And then like
Yeah.
you have like sometimes they bring influencers on, like bringing them on red carpets, but they don't know who certain celebrities are, or they don't know how to address these people. So I feel like when
Mm-hmm.
you are a trained journalist, there are things that like off the top of your head, like this is who this person is, this is who they're affiliated with, like these are the questions that I should ask them. And then like anytime I go into my interviews with people, I'm going to do a deep dive on you, just to like, I'm going to stalk you, like, because I want to be able to, I like, yes, I'm getting paid to stalk you. So
I
I
mean,
feel
yeah.
like that gives, I feel like when you're interviewing people, when I'm interviewing people, I want them to be like, you know what? She did her research, and this was actually like, not only was it a conversation, but we were able to like, discuss things about me and that whole thing. So that's always my end goal. But I feel like that's the I feel like sometimes with influencers, and not all, but like it's going for like the viral moment, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just like, okay, are you still asking like, really? Don't you step on me. I'm doing an interview right now. Okay. It's like just so rude. He was ready to step right across.
He wants to be in the camera.
And he hears me talking, and he's just like, he's gonna get back up and do it again anyway. But yeah, so I just think that training, it does have a role. Now you do have some people who like started on social media, but it's like it became more of a hobby, and they did the research. Like I don't mind people who's just coming in and doing it off the cusp, because you have some people who are really naturally good at doing it. But like I always feel like if you're given an opportunity, be prepared for your opportunity, because you have media people like me, and there's a bunch of us who's been in college, who's been training, and then you see someone who went viral for saying some dumb shit, and now they on the red carpet at the Grammys taking up space, not even answering questions. Like that is what just makes me go, like, do I have to do a story time telling y'all all of my business in order for me to get like the viralness that I need for y'all to pay attention to my content? Like, do I need to do a story time on my ex? Like, what the hell do y'all want? Like,
No, I do get that because, like you said, having influences on the red carpet. Sometimes, because I even see it, I'd be like, dang, why didn't they ask them about what they had going on with this situation, or like the upcoming teasers that they had? It just be
right.
like very surface level questions, like anybody
And
could have asked.
and then a lot of times what people have to realize, like, okay, this might be their first red carpet. You're meeting a celebrity who, like, you're in awe of meeting, and you're nervous. A lot of times people are nervous, and their nerves get to them, and they may have had like so many amazing questions that they wanted to ask, or that they had lined up to ask. But it's like when you go there, it's just like, what's your favorite color? Can you tell me about your show?
Oh Lord.
It's just like, you giving me some dumb, like, I don't, we can Google it. Like, we can
Yeah.
find that out on TikTok if
Yeah.
we want to find that out. So I just think it's just a matter of doing it enough so that you're comfortable, and that, like, because I mean, honestly, before I do interviews, like, it doesn't matter, celebrity, someone who I know, I'm always nervous before my interview, because I want to make sure like it's a good experience. When the people get out the chair, I want them to be like, you know what? That was a really good interview. She knows what she's talking about, or I felt really comfortable with the conversation. I don't want them to be like, that was a waste of my hour. So
Yes, yes.
yeah.
I get that. I get that. So, what's one thing that journalism school teaches you that media cannot?
See, I feel like now, because even when I was in school, like, I would go to YouTube just to figure some things out, like as far as editing. But I do feel like when you are in journalism school, one, you know what? I feel like, anyway, when you're in school, I feel like one, because you have the opportunity to get internships. I don't know like what it's like to get an internship if you're not in school and you're just like trying to get an internship as an influencer. The times may have changed. But if they haven't, I really feel like, okay, if you're in school, being able to intern and get internships at places like BET, Viacom, or like Hooray Media, like all of these different places, that's going to allow you to grow. And if you get them like freshman, sophomore year, you can go back and build that relationship. So I think that is definitely an advantage that you can get when you are in school. Granted, you have like real life situations, but like you may be doing sports reporting for your school's football game. So if there's a time for you to mess up on the interview, so like that gives you that real time practice. So like if I'm interviewing this football player and why did you have so many sacks this game? Like I can practice that in real time versus me like meeting a football player and then I'm stumbling over my words because I've never done this before. So I feel like when you're in
Right.
school and journalism, it's just like you're riding with training wheels. So like they're gonna take the training wheels off, but you get a chance to ride with training wheels and see like, okay, cool. You're also there with other like-minded people who's doing the same thing. So like that networking thing across. But and like I said, I don't know how social media is now, but like I don't know what the path of internship is if like you're not in school and you're just going straight to I want to do this or that. So I do think that would be an amazing advantage that people should think about, and just to have that knowledge. And you don't even like now you don't have to go to a 4-year university. Like Trident literally has and for those who are watching, Trident is a community college in Charleston, but they have a social media course and a journalism course, and you can get your
Really?
associates. Yeah, you can get your associates in it in 2 years. I honestly was thinking about, because I do like school, but I was like, I'm not about to pay for my master's, so I
Black
was just
women
thinking
love school.
Black women, like we need something to do,
Love
like
school.
need something to do. So like I'm thinking about going to Trident and like getting my social media, so just cause why not, you can never
Why
stop
not?
learning.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I just think that like if you're an influencer but you want to be a journalist, I just always believe in like learning the most you can about your field. If you love it enough, if it's a hobby and you can see yourself pursuing it, why not want to learn more? Like, not why not want to be educated more? Like, there's only so. And the thing about social media, yeah, you can learn, but like at the end of the day, it's almost like that Oz thing. Like, I'm not going to show you everything. There are going to be some things that's happening behind the scenes that you're going to just gain from industry knowledge, that you're going to gain from like certain relationships that you have, that you're going to gain. Like, there are people. And another thing is, when you're in school, it opens up your networking pool. Like, literally, it's so funny. Earlier today, so outside of this, I teach dance classes. So this girl, we went to South Carolina State together. She works with Netflix series, and she's an actress, and she's working on this short film. And pretty much there is a portion, like a character who is a dancer, and like just off of that connection, like I'm training her, and so I'll be getting a credit as a movie choreographer. So it's just different things like that.
Oh, that's
Like,
dope.
yeah, so it's different things like that. Like when you're networking with people and you just end up in different pockets. Like, I know at the end of the day, I can call a state and get whatever I need,
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's just the thing which I think helps. But like I said, with social media, I feel like if people really use the tool the way that they should, because I've been around like social media influencers, and like they won't talk, they won't say anything, and it's just like it's supposed to be a networking event, and like everyone's just like,
Ah, it's the
so
phones. It's the phones.
yeah, so like that's the thing. That's just really the thing where it's just like, okay, if you have the platform, use your platform. And it's, like I said, you can never have enough education if it's something that you're passionate about.
Mm. Sidebar. With acting, would you
Hmm.
ever see yourself acting?
Girl, I got 2 movies on Tubi, boo.
Do you have on Tubi?
2 movies on Tubi, boo. Hold on, let me tell you right now. Hold on, I gotta go pull up.
Girl, and they filming Tubi and
Yes, Charles, what's her name? Felicia Gitchy one. Gitchy one. I have Killer with a Smile. That's on Tubi. Kill
okay.
EM with a Smile and Twerk Reggae Nights.
Oh
So
my
you can
god.
go catch me. Yeah, very big thing, girl. Am I? Do I think about doing acting? Girl, I got 2 movies
Girl,
on Tubi.
shout out to Tubi, but that's
Hello,
a wild title for that second movie. Now,
Twerk Reggae
that's a
Nights.
wild title.
Listen, and
That's
I was a
crazy.
radio personality in that one, and in the second one, I was like a secretary assistant, real messy. But go ahead, check that out.
And screaming, I'm really gonna watch that. Like
Yeah,
for real.
please do. Okay, catch me.
It's so crazy because I feel like my mom was watching Tubi before Tubi became Tubi.
My mama too. And at first, I told my
Like
mom was
for
like, "I'm
real.
not watching that ghetto shit." And then she was just like, "No, they got like really, they have like real movies on here."
Yes,
And then I ain't gonna lie, once I got into the Tubi, I fell into the Tubi hole. Like, I love Tubi. Okay, once I finish this, I'm gonna go find
yes,
something on Tubi to
bruh.
watch.
Cause cause you know we having a lot of Detroit and Cleveland movies on
Yes,
here.
girl.
So my
I
mom, like
I love me some
whole
Dirty
side of the
D.
family from Cleveland. The whole side from Cleveland. So one of her, I'm trying to put her business out, but she'll be all right. One of her ex boyfriends from like middle school, high school, whatever the case may be, he had a movie and she had it on DVD. This was before like Tubi was a thing for real.
Right.
Girl, we must have watched that movie like 300 times. And it,
Oh my
it
gosh.
gives Tubi, man. Like
Listen.
creative, but at the same time, it's like,
It's like okay,
oh,
okay, friend.
okay,
Yes, no,
okay.
literally, I
Yes.
love that. Is so funny. And recently I had an episode. So the show Fatal Attraction. So I was in the most recent season
Mm-hmm.
in episode 46. Anyway, so I'm on Fatal Attraction too. So if you have Philo, you can stream it on Philo or
Okay.
Amazon Prime, but you know Amazon be charging people. But
They sure
yes,
do.
so you can catch me on Fatal Attraction. Girl, yes, I'm getting these acting coins. I got me a girl,
I
I got
know
me an
that's right.
IMBD page.
Check her out. Google her.
Thank you.
That's crazy. So how did it feel to like be in a movie? Like what was that like?
First of all, I was so nervous, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
like you know, like it's something that I want to do, but like when you're stepping into something that you're not truly comfortable with, then it's just
Mm.
like, dang, I feel like a fish out of water. So like I will say, so the thing with Reggae Nights, it was cool because like I was kind of playing myself, like as a radio
Mm.
personality.
Yeah.
But then with Kill 'Em with a Smile, I'm like, okay, this is something different. Like I'm not playing myself, but like I don't know, it was just like a mental thing. But I enjoyed it so much because like as an art school kid and just doing things like that, like I just love seeing myself in like different settings. So
Yeah.
it was like a challenge for me, but I enjoyed it. And then like even doing the Bill Green commercial that like aired during the Super Bowl, like I was like, okay, like I like this. I can see myself doing this. I actually want to do more of it. So I don't know where I'll end up, but I definitely see myself doing some more acting for sure.
That's crazy. Shout out to Tubi, man.
Okay.
And I see Kev on stage. He's one of like the few big content creators that's like
Yes.
really utilizing Tubi. And I feel like
Yes.
people gonna start following suit after a while because it's plenty of money to be made.
It's so much money on Tubi to be made. Like there are people who I saw like Keith Lee got a show on Tubi. Like there are so many people who have shows on Tubi.
That's dope. That's dope. Okay. So going into the next topic. This is a would you rather.
Okay.
Now, would you rather know every lie someone has ever told you or never be lied to again?
Would you rather know? Oh, okay. I would rather know. Oh, damn. That's okay. Because I feel like if I'm saying like you never lie to me again, that's no fuck that. I want to know some shit from the past. I want to know who have all the lies that y'all told me here. I'm a Libra and I'm very petty and some shit
Lord.
it's gonna help me put two and two together to come up with four.
Oh my gosh.
Cause
So
it's gonna
what?
listen. I always tell people I'm never wrong. I'm always early, and some people don't want to admit that I'm right. So I need to go back and dig them lies out. Yeah, thank you.
Oh
Cause
my god.
I'm gonna keep a receipt.
But like imagine though, like you knowing every single lie, every from all the years in your life, every single lie you will find out.
That's a lot. But then
That's
it's
a
just like, okay,
lot.
so it's just like if no one ever lies to me again, it's like, are they just gonna be brutally honest, or like if I ask them about like a question from the past, then they gotta tell me.
They gotta tell you.
Okay, but I want. Here's my answer. I want that one. You can never lie to me again. Never,
Never lie to you again.
never.
I feel like I would choose that one, never lie to me again, because I don't know, like, dang, to find out all of that, it's like, ooh, you don't know how
Right.
short that list gonna be, or you don't know how long that list gonna be.
See,
And
and you're
that can
right.
make or break a lot of like relationships for people.
Yes, it can.
So,
It's gonna be very
so
uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable for some people.
I don't know. But to never lie to me again, I grown now. Yeah. Tell me the truth.
Yeah, I did that. Now what?
You know, like I'd rather
Right.
that. So
So
I
yeah,
definitely can understand that one.
yeah.
So it raises the question, is ignorance really bliss? Like, is that better to know nothing? or to actually know everything.
Ignorance is bliss. Because imagine if you
Mm,
knew everything. That's a lot of stuff to know. And
yeah.
sometimes I'll be sitting in my house and I'm like, you know what? I literally tell people, because I feel like, one, I love social media. Like, I feel like social media is double-edged sword, but I do feel like sometimes you are taking in too many thoughts, too many opinions,
Yes.
and it's
Yes.
just like, what do I like? I don't care what y'all think. I don't care what you think piece is. Like, what do I think? So I say all that to say, like, I just feel like sometimes I will just sit in here in my house and I will just watch some dumb shit on TV just to like
To
not
just
have to.
decompress.
Yes.
Oh,
So to answer your question, I do feel like ignorance is bliss at a time. So I don't think I want to know everything, because I want to know stuff like, are mermaids real? Like, if you go on my TikTok, on my algorithm, I am trying to find out where mermaids are. And
low
the
key.
stuff about the Egyptian people and like, I
I
be looking up
know,
all.
man.
Listen,
I
I
be
look up.
feeling like you gotta get the inspiration from somewhere.
You have to. You
So it
have
may
to.
not be like pixies and colorful rainbows like how it is on TV, but it's gotta be somebody that came from someone. They saw
Somewhere.
something.
And that's why it's just like, are aliens real? Like, I have so many questions. That's why my brain would just keep going and going and going and going. So for me, I need to know that ignorance is bliss. Yes.
I think aliens are real.
I think they are too. And a matter of fact, when it was just like they saw a UFO or alien, whatever, but we had so much stuff going on with Trump, no one really cared. I'm like,
Oh,
yes, it's like, y'all, it's a alien sighting and nobody cared because Trump is just ruining everything. Okay, cool.
ruining everything. Everything.
Everything!
That man tight just turned dust,
Like,
Lord.
literally.
But going back to what you saying with the social media thing, sometimes it do be feeling like I know who I am. I know how I feel about things. But it's like when you look at so many different opinions and thoughts and voices, sometimes it do make you be like, dang, well, how do I feel about that? So, sometimes you really
Right.
gotta like let me separate for real
Yes,
because
because you'll get so influenced when you see, like, and then
yeah,
it's like, imagine, like, you feel like the unpopular opinion way, but you see all these takes and it's like, well, damn, do I? No, like, stick to how you feel. Don't let nobody make you feel, no.
exactly.
And that's the thing where I'm just kind of like, you know what? I gotta, let me get back to me and how I feel about this.
Yes, yes, bruh. It's like it's different when someone has evidence and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, or you just open my horizons up a little bit. I can
Right.
look at it differently.
Right.
But to just like little dumb stuff from like shade room or whatever, no, I should
Yes.
not feel that way. I
No,
should
he's like, I
not.
don't mind. Definitely educate me, but yeah, I just don't sway me completely.
No, not swaying me completely, bruh. So tell them what they need to do.
Call JB Auto Works for any of your detailing needs. Interior, exterior, ceramic coating, paint correction, any and all car needs. I'm your guy. Get at me, 843-609-5328. JB Auto
843
Works.
Jimmy Auto Works. Get the rubber dub subs on your car. You look dusty. You look dirty.
It
And we
ain't
try
clean till it's
fresh
JB
and
clean.
Ooh, it ain't fresh till it's what?
It ain't clean till it's JB clean.
Hit up my boy JB for all your car needs. We are going to play a little rapid fire.
I love rapid fire.
Just some hot takes, hot takes, hot takes. So, journalism degree. Worth it or waste of money?
Worth it.
Okay. Content creators can be journalists. Agree or disagree?
I
Be honest.
disagree. I
Be
disagree.
honest.
I
Because I don't
disagree.
think they can either.
Yeah, I disagree, because there are, like, just when you think about citing sources, how you got to get your information, and just certain
Mm-hmm.
networks, like, it's different. It's even down to, like, bloggers. Like,
Yup.
those people, like, they have facts and just, yeah. So to answer your question, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then, real quick, it's like when, like you said, bloggers, the content creators, they don't want to be held to the same standard
No,
as
they don't.
journalists.
They don't. And when you think about people like, what's that girl, Milagro Grams or whatever her name was,
Yeah,
who
yeah,
Megan Thee
yeah,
Stallion sued, and that's what happened when you allow people just to be influencers and they try
yeah.
to call themselves
Hmm.
journalists. And it's just like, you have to realize it's certain things that you cannot say because now you put yourself in a position to get sued.
Yeah,
Like, if
yeah.
you're a journalist, you cannot have your feelings can't be so strong towards an artist or a topic as to where you're now spewing out whatever, or you allow people to pay
Whatever.
you, yeah, or you allowing people to pay you to tarnish somebody's name, because at the end of the day, you're going to be held liable. So if you're
Hmm.
going to be a journalist, at the end of the day, I feel like, and I can't speak for all, but I feel like some journalists should have like a fairness to them. Like at the end of the day, like even some things that happened in Charleston, like that I don't feel like would reflect well on the black community. I know how large my platform is, and I don't want to bring like negative attention to certain things. So it's just some
Mm.
things that I just won't cover. Like, granted, how I speak about it, you know, personally within my own circle, that's one thing. But like, I feel like you do have a responsibility if you're calling yourself a journalist about the things that you're covering and the things that you're sharing. I don't care if you got 10 people following you or 10,000 people following you. They're
Yeah.
interacting with your content and they're looking at your story. So like, I just feel like sometimes with influencers, it's just like, I can say whatever and I'm not held liable because I'm an influencer. But if someone was to give you the opportunity to be on a red carpet at an award show, your ass would want to be there. So
Exactly.
you gotta have some type of integrity on things that you're
Hmm.
covering. So like, yeah, the shade room may be messy, but like that's what they built their platform off. Like, people can say
Hmm.
what they want to say about TMZ, but TMZ ain't never been wrong. So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
be TMZ be early and people think they
They
full of
be
shit,
early.
but they don't be wrong.
I think TMZ gets so much hate because the ethics of
Yes,
everything.
and the ethics is yeah,
But
yeah.
at the end of the day, it do be facts.
Yes, people just don't like their tactics. Even with Wendy Williams, like Wendy, you might not like Wendy Williams' delivery, but like that was just her thing. But what
Yeah.
people got to realize is like when people try to get on social media and do that whole Wendy Williams thing, Wendy Williams has been in the game like
A
from radio.
long time.
Like she just didn't pop up with the Wendy Williams show and like no, like
Yeah.
she built this. Like she literally had like celebrities pulling up on her threatening to beat her ass. Like I will like that thing with her and Whitney Houston, like going back and that like but
Whitney, Whitney, Whitney.
right.
Wendy, Wendy,
Listen.
Wendy.
So it's just like imagine like an influencer now. You seen that thing with Tia Kemp and that boy D Drake, whatever his name is. And
Mm.
like the guy, and when they brought like Akbar on the TikTok
Oh
live and
Lord. Lord.
Dre or something like that, and it's just like y'all want to be messy, but like listen, you gotta know it's skill, okay? That is skill.
Yeah, yeah,
And,
I can
and
see that.
yeah, so that's just the thing. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Wendy Williams, I don't know if she graduated, but she went to Northwestern, one of the top journalism schools in Chicago. So
Mm.
yeah.
I mean, she was Wendy for a reason.
Hello, how you doing?
For a reason. Okay. Social media has ruined journalism. Yay or nay?
Nay, I'm gonna say nay because, and that's the thing, is how you use social media. If people
Mm.
actually type in some shit, they'll find the right answer. But a lot of times, you got people who's going on Facebook and getting their stuff from half of TikTok videos, and they're not stored in the actual sites. Now, I will say I'm glad that like now the social media sites know they have responsibility by saying this is AI or this is false. I
Yeah,
know a lot of
yeah.
time on X they'll like Gronk will pop up and be like, oh, this is false or blah blah blah. So
Hmm.
that, but it's just like you can do that, but people still don't be reading.
They
Like
don't.
people
Reading is
still,
fundamental.
it is so. Oh my God! Listen, bring back literacy, Jesus Christ. But yeah, so that's just the thing. I just think yeah, it's just one of those things where you got to put in the work still. So like, yeah, I feel like if anything, I feel like social media because you get the news quicker
You
for
do.
sure. But
You do.
you as a person, you have to be responsible for making sure that you are reading credible information.
Mm, okay. Would you trust TikTok for breaking news?
No, I have the CNN app. Like if it's something important, like okay, like yeah,
Oh,
no, I like literally. I'm sorry, I am call me old, but I got the CNN app on my phone, and even if something pops up, I'm going to go. I'm going to check a CNN or NPR. Like I'm going to check one of those websites. Hell, even a TMZ before I'm like I'm repost this. So
yeah,
like
yeah,
even
yeah, yeah.
When Kobe Bryant died, like I was working on air at that time, and I waited for TMZ to post it, and then I got my working in media. When you work in radio TV, you will learn before you can go live or release anything. You got to get confirmation from two credible sources. So like I remember that happened. Like okay, the first confirmation came from TMZ, the second one came from CNN, and it's just like all right, these are credible sources. So I know like,
Mm-hmm.
but I like if Shade Room said they might be right, but I'm gonna wait until a more credible
Oh
sources.
wait,
Yeah,
oh
I'm gonna
wait.
wait. Yeah.
Okay, being objective in journalism, real or impossible?
It's real. It's
Mm.
real. It's depending on how you do it. Yeah, it's real.
Okay, because sometimes you can tell from the interviews, it be like they seem a little biased.
I
Like they
know.
were waiting on
See,
Lord this one.
and that's the thing. 'Cause it's just like okay, and I feel like that's the part that makes you a real journalist. So, I can't think of her name. She's on TikTok. She was a reporter. Her and her husband, they make content. Like he always wears a choir robe.
Yes, I know who you're talking about. I
And
know who you're
so
talking about.
she has, I forgot what her podcast is called, but she literally was talking about this. And she was like, with her being, her background being in news as a news journalist, she would ask the questions that, a lot of people don't want to ask, uncomfortable questions. And she was like, I notice when people go on podcasts, they ask a lot of fluff questions. Like, they're not asking, like, why you got this tax fraud and why is the IRS hunting you down? Or like, why is your baby mama blasting you all over social media? Why are you not taking care of your like they don't ask those
Oh.
questions,
Mm-hmm.
Like, why did you decide to steal that money from the government? Can we talk about it? Like, I don't give a damn what your favorite artist is. I wanna know why you did it. Like,
Yeah, questions that need answers.
you need answers. So I wholeheartedly agree with her with that. When it's just the fact that like, okay, you have some people who are just so I'm happy to get the interview with you that I don't want to say nothing that's gonna piss you off or make you uncomfortable. So it's just like, but then you have some people who are actual journalists, like I can't think of her name. I wish I could give her credit, but like you have journalists like her who are just like, no, I'm going to ask you the uncomfortable question. Like in the midst of that interview, what I did with Kanye West, and Kanye West gonna curse me smooth out, but I was like, if anything, I'm gonna ask because I felt
Yeah.
like when he was coming, like he was just targeting like black businesses, and I'm just like, not
Mm.
like in a bad way, but it's just like at that time with everything Trump he had going on and that whole Trump thing, I'm like, why are you not like going like you not go no white businesses was going to have you in Charleston, like you had all these black businesses trying to
Mm.
like campaign and pander or do whatever, and I asked him, why are you going to all the black businesses, and I'm like that could have gone really left. But it's just kind of like that's something that I wanted to know. One, because I spoke about it on my platform, and it's like I don't want to be a hypocrite because I'm about to
Yeah.
interview him. So I do think that there are journalists who are going to ask those questions. And when you got journalists like Don Lemon, like I'm glad he has his own
Ooh,
platform
yes.
now, so he can
Yes.
actually ask the question he wants to ask. Hell,
Yeah.
my girl Nancy Grace. I mean, she's a journalist. She's a former lawyer, but matter of fact,
Yes.
because I'm gonna have to go see what she said about this Nolan Wells case in a minute. But yeah, so it's things like that. So like I think it truly depends on the journalist because you got Charlemagne, another one of my favorite interviewers,
Yeah.
who's going to ask the uncomfortable question like, why Young Miami? Why are you still supporting Diddy when this man done dragged Cassie down the hallway by her scalp and
Mm-hmm.
you wrote a letter?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why did you write a letter defending his
Yep.
character when he did? You gotta ask because people want to know, and it's
Because
just like if
and
everyone
it's
on
all the questions that people are asking in the comments anyway.
yes,
So
that's
you
what
might
they're
as well
saying
answer them.
because we not blind, we see that.
But because I know, like, when you are at that level and you have celebrities come on, there people will send you like these questions are off
Yeah,
limits, but
and
then
you have people that do that.
it still be them people that be like, "I fucking I'm gonna ask it anyway,"
Right.
like, but they wait till they're on air.
Right. So I don't know if you remember when Tyla, when she was on the Breakfast Club, and
Yes.
the
Yeah.
colored question, and she
Uh-huh.
paused and she did not answer, and she was like, "I'm not answering that." Like she should have said like, and no, before she could say anything, her manager, whoever, jumped up and was like, "We're not answering that question. Skip past that question." And Charlamagne was just like, "Well, I'm not." He looked at the camera. He's like, "I'm not cutting this out the interview. They don't want us to ask her why she says she's colored." Like,
What, like, with that situation, I feel like a lot of times us as Americans,
mm-hmm,
when somebody says something that's pretty common from where they're from,
mm-hmm.
we don't, a lot of times we don't take that into consideration.
No, and that's pretty
And
much what she
like,
was saying. Yeah.
yeah, like that's how what she grew up around, that's what they called themselves.
Exactly. And she was like, that's what we say, where she's from. Like, it's not a thing. It's just colored.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
So it's
okay,
like,
well,
of course, in America, it's like, but, and that's when you realize,
yes.
y'all, the world is a huge place.
It's so big. Like
Like,
you gotta be open minded, bro.
you have to be. You have to be.
Mm.
So, yeah, no, but I agree with, yeah, you can definitely be objective.
Okay. Who has more influence? A news anchor or a content creator with 1 million views?
A content creator with 1 million views.
Oh,
Hands down.
damn.
I mean, look what Keith Lee was able to do.
You right. You
Like,
right.
look what I like to try it and rate it a 1 through 10. Look what Keith Lee has done from just sitting in front of his camera,
You right.
trying restaurants, like, so
To now
easy.
having festivals, his own TV show,
Every Keith
like
Lee everywhere.
everything.
Every ad, every other ad on my TikTok is Keith Lee and whatever it is. So that boom, boom.
I see that. I see that. Okay. Should journalists be allowed to have strong personal opinions?
All right. Do you mean like you're working for a company? So, or you're independent?
No, I say on your own because when you're working for a company, you do
You
kind of gotta
can't
stay in
say,
line a
yeah,
little bit. You
yeah.
gotta
So
stay
if
in
you're
line.
working, yeah, if you're working for a company, you definitely you can't share those views out loud for sure.
Mm.
But I feel like if you're an independent journalist, but like this is the thing, you always wanna, to me, even if I feel some way strongly, unless I'm like ready to burn that bridge and I don't give a damn, then that's one thing. But like if it's something that like I know I would want to have the opportunity to revisit, I'm going to like still ask the question, but do it in a tactful way. So there are still like you can still ask questions and still get certain answers, but you can do it in a tactful way. So that's just a thing. But it's just like when you're a journalist, like even in real time, I'm always like cautious of like, all right, what am I saying? What am I putting out? Like unless I'm like this is how I feel and I'm not budging off of it. Like when I made that post about the beach club in Charleston that had the house music but no black people, I
Girl.
was like, I'm standing 10 toes on that and I don't care how nobody feel. Like I was ready to argue with people, but luckily they didn't want to argue with me. So I was ready to argue. So it's like one of those things that's like, all right, I'm cool with like feeling like this about this situation. So yeah.
Mm. What happened to the city I love, man?
Girl, gentrification. The whites came and they were just like, oh, we like it down here. Let's get rid of the blacks.
That's a lot of that.
Yes.
So, last one. Would you rather have 100K followers or a national TV job?
A national TV job because that's, ooh, what? Okay. No national TV. Ooh. Okay, because I'm like, if I got 100K followers, if I wing it the right way, I could still get my own show. But if I got my national show, the followers are going to come and I'm already getting paid. So what people got to understand, followers don't equal dollars.
It don't.
Okay? So scratch that. Give me my nationally syndicated show because I know I'm going to have me a fat salary. And the followers to come. By the time my show airs, I'll have 100,000 followers. So yeah, put me on TV.
Yeah, yeah. I thought you were gonna pick that one. I was very surprised if you were gonna pick that 100K followers. I
I
was gonna
had
be
to
very
think. I was
surprised.
like, because shit,
Mm.
I'm close to 30 now. Don't worry about it. I got it, y'all.
Okay, so I always ask every guest this: what would you do? I'm not talking about no little bit of money. I'm talking about dollars,
Mm.
racks.
Racks on my
Like,
ears.
I mean, lottery at like 900 mil. So you taking away like 300 mil. What would you do if you won the lottery?
Girl, first of all, if I won the lottery, um, I'm collecting it in gloves and a mask, so you won't even know it's me. Um, there will be signs, but I'm not going to say anything. Like, first things first, when I say like paying off all my debt,
Mm-hmm.
good to get my parents' house, all of that good stuff. But
Yeah.
like, besides that, like, I want to, give money to my HBCU, but my top thing would be getting a space in Charleston, a content space. So that's what I really, really, really like. My end goal is creating a content space in Charleston that will allow people to come film a podcast. If they want to film, like, they need like a little mini movie set or for something for content. I just want a content space that gives like certain areas, certain rooms. Granted, that will grow to be something bigger, but just starting it off like podcast room, a room to film music videos, or just a big white space, and then just
Mm.
like different rooms, whether it be a kitchen setup or a living room setup, just something where people can film. So I want to be able to grow my own media house. And shoot, if I'm getting 900 million, then I'm gonna get my warehouse. Forget studio. We're gonna have us a warehouse, and we're building everything exactly where it needs to be.
Yeah.
So that, paying off all my debt, taking care of my family, and traveling. So if that happens next summer, I will be having a Euro summer. So while everything
No,
is
that's right.
is running the way it's supposed to be, I will be traveling every time. You can be like, "Well, Chris, just in the middle of the water on a yacht." Okay,
Mm.
so that and
Mm.
making sure I invest my money for generational wealth, because with that type of
Buy that
money,
land back in Charleston.
hello, I'm not working no more. So yeah, I'm just gonna make sure I keep regenerating that over and over and over again, and
Yeah.
yeah. So that
That's
that
pretty.
that's what happened. That would make me happy. Let me go play the lottery, child.
Girl, I'm telling you, play them numbers.
I need
So.
to listen. Next round, I had a dream. My mama got a dream book. I know y'all probably like, what is that? Okay, I am from Charleston, Galagichi,
Mm-hmm.
Hoodoo, all of that. And my
Mm-hmm.
granny had a dream book. So pretty much a dream book, like, it has a bunch of numbers in it. So whatever you dream, if you find it in a dream book, it will have numbers associated with that. And I forgot what I dreamt about, but I told my mama, and she gave me the numbers. Girl, why my number come and I win like what, $60? I paid $1 and I win $60. You can't
I
tell me
know that's
nothing.
right. That is so funny. Girl, I have not heard like Dream Book in so long.
Listen, I had to explain to people what a dream book is. Listen, very
We're
very
like,
old.
we always know, them dreams mean something. Somebody dream about fish, somebody
Listen,
pregnant. Like, you always mean something, but I have not
yes.
heard that in forever.
Listen, had to throw it back one time.
So, like, I love how hard you go for Charleston, bro. I do. Because I love my city. Like, love it down. But
hmm
I just feel like the space that you're in and all the things that you're doing, you would thrive in Atlanta.
And you know what's so
Thrive.
funny? I knew where you were getting at, and when I tell you, like, and I had to like do this for myself to push myself out of my comfort zone,
Mm-hmm.
because my goal in like the next 6 months is so I'm not renewing my lease on my apartment. I was just like, that is going to force me to have to find somewhere else to go, and my goal is to renew my lease in a new city. So like, I am literally this month, I am packing up. I am about to give my 30-day notice. So it's been beautiful here. I had a great time. But and that's the thing, is just like when you know certain things, it's like I know that and I know my potential. But like, like how you just gotta keep having those conversations with yourself. And
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like I wanted to have a good something established in Charleston, before just, because I just didn't want to like leave, because I feel like I was running from something, and I wanted to do it on my own terms. And regardless, like, I don't think it'll ever be the right time, but I do feel like if I don't do it, I'm going to regret it. And so that's why I was just like, I'm not renewing my lease. Like, I'm not renewing my lease. I'm going to sign a lease, but wherever I sign my lease at is not going to be down here. So that's what I got so far. I ain't got nothing else figured out, but that's what I got so far.
Yes, bro. Like, I feel like when you said that you would want to make a content house in Charleston, like, dog, that's so Atlanta. Like,
Yeah.
and I feel like you would be. I mean, ain't really no content house in Charleston. Like,
It's
girl,
not
you would be one of one. And
literally
all the rappers, all the photographers, like just musicians, period. People who put on events. Girl, if you was to get a space, money,
like because I know we don't have it,
money.
and I know it's needed, and like I am. That's what I want to do. That is what I definitely
Mm.
want to do.
I can see that. I can see that. But like I said, I mean, not being biased or nothing. But especially with the media girls being here, and then you have podcasts like Poor Minds and
Right.
the news network always working with like black businesses here. Girl,
I know, and that's the thing. That's why I'm just like, child. Honestly, it's between Atlanta or New York. So it's like I'm gonna throw a dart and see which way it land on.
you trying to go back to breakfast?
Listen, I love New York. Like I tell people all the time, I love New York. Like I truly do. I feel home there. Okay. What is it
You
with
gonna
I
pick New
feel a
York, bruh.
place.
You're gonna pick
Like
New York.
I know, so like that's the thing. But to answer your question, honey, the lease is not being renewed. So I gotta go somewhere.
I feel you. I feel you. So, what advice could you give any young content creators, journalists, news anchors, like any young ones coming up in the game that's like just
Ooh.
hungry for it?
Absolutely. First of all, if you got a phone, you got a camera, you got a mic, so you can build content. I hate when people be like, I don't got a mic, I don't got this camera. I know y'all be seeing stuff on TikTok Shop, but if you got an iPhone, Android, whatever,
Use it.
you have everything that you need.
Yup.
Um, that be consistent. Listen, I have pivoted so many times. The Princess Diaries is my fourth podcast. So from podcasts to shows to just different things that I've done, like I've pivoted so many times. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you have an idea or you want to go back at something, it's your creative justice. But stay consistent with whatever it is that you're going to do. And find your branding identity early. So, granted, I know some things may change and you don't have to stick to, one thing, not at all. But I will say, like, finding your branding identity will help whether you're pitching yourself, whether you want to know what type of content you want to make, or what your niche is. So I feel like finding your branding identity and finding out what your niche goes hand in hand, because it would be easier for you to make your content or to reach out to brands for collaborations. And I feel like when you get not even skin in the game, but like when you're confident with your content, let these people know they got to pay you, because at a certain point in
Yeah.
time, exposure bucks are cute, but you can't pay your bills on exposure. Like if you got a part time, a job, and this is like a hobby, cool. But if this is something that you want to transition to, like be some source of income, honey, you can't get paid in exposure bucks. And if people want you and they see you and they believe in what you got to do, they got to give you some. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I feel it. I feel
and
it.
keep creating, okay?
Creating. I like that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, this was such a fun. Oh, this was such a fun interview. This is probably one of
Enjoy
my favorites.
this. I really enjoyed this interview. This is a very
Oh,
good interview. Thank you. I like
thank
the fact
you.
that like we talked about my career, but we didn't spend the whole thing going down all that shit.
No, you
Yeah.
gotta keep it fun. Like I want to
Yeah.
know, like everything there is to know about y'all, but at the same time, I don't want to bore y'all. I want to
Yeah.
keep it
This
going.
this was good. I enjoyed this. Thank you for having
Okay,
me and reaching
of
out.
course. What events do you have coming up that the people should look out for?
Okay, so if you're in Charleston, I am bringing back my beginner ballet class. So I have one on Friday, August 14th. I have another one August 28th. So I'm going to be doing them twice a month. So if you want to just come out, even if you've done dance, you've never taken a dance class before, or if you just want to bring back your whimsy, make sure you come out and take a class. August 22nd, I am going to have my main character mornings, which is my party that I have at all my exes. It's from 11 to 2, so we get started early enough for you to fall in the bush and then go back home and get ready
Not
again.
follow the bush.
Fall in the bush, honey. And I have DJ Shea Balboa, who is going to be DJing that. And then September 6th, Labor Day weekend, I will be hosting the Chuck Fest. So that's featuring Ooh, I don't want to forget an artist, but Low Boss VT, Marley Marr, Backboy Sav, Yada. Did I say Low Boss? GMC
Yeah.
Moneybag.
Okay.
Yes, I hope if I forgot you, y'all blame it on my head, not my heart. It's a lot of y'all performing, but it will be hosted by me. Is going down Labor Day weekend at Jenkins on the Water.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's a festival and it's BYOC. Bring your own cooler. So yeah, don't come acting fool
Ah,
now. When y'all can bring your own cooler, y'all can act fool, but don't act fool now. It's Labor Day weekend. But
they
yeah,
do.
so girl, but
I
those are
hope
some
you got
events.
security.
Oh, security will be enforced.
I
Okay,
was about
don't
to say, I
come.
hope I love
Listen,
my people, but my people tend to.
please don't cut up. We coming out to have a good time and be civilized.
Dang, I tried to pull up to
Please.
that one. Is that a Saturday or Sunday?
That's a Sunday. That's a Sunday. You
I take
can
off
tell
work.
the people on Monday you gotta. Okay, Mars. Tell the people on Monday that you gotta take off. You got some PTO
I do
that
have.
you
I
can
can do a
use.
little something. Dang, I would love to pull
Mars,
up to that
please.
window.
I'm almost done. Please, honey. But yes.
I would love to pull up to that window. I have to
Yeah,
check.
so think about it. Think about it. I'll be out there. We're gonna be
Right.
outside. Very big thing.
Okay. Okay.
He agrees
Well,
too.
that was another episode of I Gotta Win the Lotto. Again, thank you so much for coming on. This was such a good vibe. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for what's coming next. And until next time.